So why do we burn prairies? It's such important habitat for so much wildlife, from pollinators to birds to small mammals and amphibians, reptiles, so many. And it's not just the food, it's also the cover, like for these wild turkeys raising their young. It's a place where animals can hide from other predators, and it's a place where predators can hide and find their prey. So when we're burning prairies, it is just replicating a natural event of the ecosystem that would occur periodically anyways. So this would happen quite frequently in these dormant periods of the prairie, where everything's nice and dry. And so when we purposefully set these prescribed burns on the prairie or in woodlands, they are helping keep woody plants at bay from slowly taking over and converting a prairie into woodland, or helping remove invasive species, to removing plant material that is built up over a long period of time so that new plants can germinate from seed. So it's very vital that we perform this service that, like I said, would occur naturally. And this year we got to burn the North Prairie. It didn't go quite as planned. The wind did shift on us, making the fire move a bit quicker than we had anticipated. But we were able to get out ahead of it and do it safely and protect the surrounding areas from catching fire. So we were able to maintain and control the burn within the prescribed burn unit. Staff did a great job of following directions and getting it done, keeping us all safe and protecting the surrounding property. Everybody did so good with their training. And we were able to wrap up the last little bit of unburnt prairie with a little bit of head fire right at the end, which created a nice smoke column going up into the sky. Once the prairie was extinguished, we were able to check all the lines and start a fire in the North Woods, a small strip of woodland on the edge of the North Prairie that we've been doing a lot of restoration work in, and a lot of the areas where we've gotten a lot of grasses and other native plants to grow in actually burned quite well, as you can see in these videos. And we couldn't have gotten this all done without some help from our friends at the Main Garden, from the Center for Conservation and Sustainable Development helping out, as well as some of our co-workers from the Education Division. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to pull off this burn. So I'm very grateful to their assistance. And as you can see, we've got quite a bit of burnt area, which is great. And it's removed a lot of invasive plants growing in those areas like winter creeper. So thanks to all, we had a very successful burn in 2020. In post-prairie burn, we get to see some interesting things. We get to see the actual lay of the land. And since I've only been here at Litzinger a little over 2 years now, I've not been able to participate in a burn of the North Prairie before. And so now I get to see what the actual topography looks like once the prairie's burned. So sometimes it's hard to show topography on video when it's subtle changes, but hopefully you can see right here in front of me this little bit of a dip. And we're currently standing in a little swale looking back up, and if you see these large unburned woody plants, those are indigo bushes. Now indigo bushes typically like it a little bit wetter, and here you can really see it quite well that they are only growing within this swale. Here you can see one of the woody plants we hope to set back that's a bit aggressive in our prairies, and that's our native blackberry. And burning in the fall can help with setting this back and giving advantage to other prairie plants. And you may ask, well, why did we leave so much stubble unburned? So many people love to get their grasslands burned completely down to the soil. Well, leaving stubble like this is the same reason why we do not burn all of our prairies at once, and that is to leave refuge for wildlife so they have places to hide and overwinter. You also get to see things like ant mounds, and you can see there a hole where something else might be hibernating in. To cool things like this, a deer that had died in the prairie in 2019, and the burn uncovered its bones, as well as a turkey egg from earlier this spring. You also get to see uncovered insect galls on stems of plants, but that means if I can see them, that means birds can see them too, and then they come in and eat those insects. And the prairies are just full of birds taking advantage of all the uncovered insects and other wildlife that they get to eat. And like the phoenixes of legend, prairie life rises from the ashes.